We are looking at a daily chart of the NASDAQ, and we can see after this bottom here at 12,555, it made this rally through its 50 simple moving average, almost got up to the 200, and has now been rejected and is trading below the 50 simple moving average once again. This is the weaker index because it does not contain the oil and gas, most of the healthcare, drug and utility stocks. And that would be the S&P 500, which contains those stocks. And that index is the one that is outperforming. As you can take a look at this daily chart, you can see it's trading above this uptrending 50 simple moving average. This power trend is still in effect as the 21 here is above the 50. It does have some resistance at the 200, but if it gets through here, I could see the S&P making some headway once again. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the stocks that are performing well and set up in bases that will be on our watch list. I'm going to go through them rather quickly and not give too much detail. If they're on the watch list, and these are the ones to be interested in. This is Shockwave Medical. You can see it's got tremendous growth numbers here, triple digit. It has formed a cup-like pattern. It is trading above its 10 EMA, and that might be a spot, to get in here. This green line, it's being supported here as it makes this base. Expect it to make a handle here and trade higher. This is actually a nice little cheat buy right here on Wednesday. But anyway, S-Wave, it will be on our watch list, and I want to keep it in the forefront of our brains here. Here's Meridian Bioscience, VIVO. It's made well, if you look at the weekly, you can see that it's had a long consolidation period, more than a year. But if you look at the daily, you can see that it tried to break out and then pulled back a little bit. This is on big volume. So I'd be looking for this one to make a big move. It does not have the fundamental growth that we're looking for, but the chart pattern is what interests me. Here's another one, Steris. Once again, I have to go back to the weekly. You can see that it's had this consolidation period and is trading near a buy point here of 244.72. And that's another one to watch. It does have a good solid growth numbers here and earning quite a bit of profit. I'm not going to go into the fundamentals on these stocks. I'm just telling you, these ones are going to be on the watch list here coming up. Here's Edwards Lifescience. If you just go back and look at this thing, it's been a massive winner for a long, long time, even the monthly chart. This is a monster stock. And it's setting up once again in a base here. As it traded down to its 10 EMA on Wednesday, that was an early cheat buy there. You can see it's been holding up along that level. It's finding support. Right here is the 131.73 standard buy point. I got into this one a little earlier. I really like this stock. It's got solid growth numbers, not outstanding, and it's got good profit and earnings. But it's been a winner for a long time. I think you just hold on to that one and you're going to do well. This one is from the utilities, energy, NextEra Energy. This one, once again, if you look at the weekly, you can see it's had a long trend, been a long time winner. You can see a lot of areas where it's 3 weeks tight, which just shows that this is not a fast moving stock. It's a slower mover. It had a buy point at 85.40. And it's being supported. The green line here, it's 10 EMA. So when it pulls back there, that might be a good time to buy the trigger, pull the trigger on that utility stock. This is Murphy Oil, and a lot of these oil and gas stocks have just been hard to buy. This one's being supported at its 21, this magenta line or pink line, whatever you will here. And it's been an ascending base with a 43.20 buy point. And that one has my interest as well. Go to a couple of drug stocks here. These are, again, slower movers. This is GlaxoSmithKline. You can see it just base on base on base on base. Now it's made this deep cup and trading near a buy point. Longer term, you can see it's had this long consolidation period. So GlaxoSmithKline is a slower mover. nearing a buy point. Another one is Merck. You can see again, these are slow movers. So you can see over time, they've consolidated. They form bases on bases. This one pays a dividend and has decent growth numbers. Another one here is Pfizer. Of course, this is the vaccine maker. It had a little low cheat buy here as it pulled back to its 50 last week and has blasted up like 4 or 5 days in a row. So this one has a 55.30 buy point and has my interest as well. Let's go through a couple more. This is Galapagos. This is one that has formed a little shallower base here, a little consolidation period. It tried to break out, then pulled back to its pivot area. This is one that I am watching closely and may want to get into here as it's nearing a buy point. And the last one I want to go over is Novo Nordisk, which is not an American company, but this is a diabetes play. It's been Denmark-based. Developer of insulin for diabetes care. Of course, the more people in the world, the more diabetes. If you just take a look at the weekly and the monthly, this looks a lot like Edwards Life Sciences, just a long-term, big-time winner. Well, I discussed this with a financial advisor back in the 2000s when during the crash, and he had bought it for his clients back then. I talked to him recently. He still is holding this stock, for 22 years. So good for him. But this is a long-term winner. It's set up in this base here, looking like a breakout on Thursday, and then had an inside day on Friday. So that's definitely trading near the buy point and will be on your watch list on Monday. Anyway, I want to stay focused on the S&P stocks and the energy, the healthcare, drugs, and utility stocks, and we can just put that out of our mind, the technology, software, retail, and all the other sectors. Just focus on those 3 sectors, the energy, the healthcare, and utilities. I think we'll be fine, and we never give up.